everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an Artsnacks unboxing. Woohoo! And my sister-in-law and her husband got me a subscription for Christmas, and I'm super excited because what this basically is, it's a monthly subscription box where they send you different art supplies. And it's not going to be, for example, a full set of pencils or a full set of markers. It'll be one or two different things just so that you can get a taste of each different item. Yeah, taste, snacks, I get it now. But yeah, so it's a fun way of testing out a bunch of different art supplies without having to buy a full art kit. So this one is the February box, and I haven't opened it yet. I just basically peeled the label off, but let's see what is inside for February. And ooh, I see some sweet tarts. So I'm guessing they're going with a Valentine's theme. What do these say? What do these say? XOXO. Some of them are hard to read. Dream big. They're hard to read. Anyways, so you get some candy, which is nice. And then you get, ooh, this is some really nice heavy duty, I'm thinking watercolor paper. Let's find out. Oh, and of course you get their sticker. I like the little hearts, Valentine's themed again. And here we go. Here is the paper that tells you what you will be getting in this box. So there's also an Artsnacks challenge where you will take everything that you get in the box and try to create something with it. And that is a challenge for me because I don't know, I have to feel inspired to draw. So sometimes if I just get a bunch of stuff and people say, make something, I get kind of stuck. So we'll see what happens. All right, so let's see what the first thing is here. So we do have some, I'm not going to pronounce this correctly. We have some Sennelier French artist watercolor. Ooh, paint like a French impressionist with blah, 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 French artist watercolors. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher that word. I'm just gonna skip it. So I'm guessing it's these watercolors here, and you get a blue, whoa, oh my gosh, did they have to put big words on everything? I'm already tongue-tied today, and now I have to read big words. Okay, Cenarius blue, and neutral tint. What does neutral tint look like? Black! Oh, got some scrap paper over here. I'm just gonna smear that off. All right, so fancy watercolors. All right, the next thing on the list is a Raphael mini precision brush. So I'm guessing it is this one. Oh, and I like here that they actually tell you the price of the item. If you were to get like a whole set, or if you're trying to buy each thing. So the two combined watercolors are $23.50. Woo! These are some pricey watercolors. And this precision brush is $9.95. High quality watercolor paints deserve a high quality brush. Ooh, and I really do like this brush. It is a wood handle, and it's a nice thick sturdy handle, not too thin. And I'm going to take the plastic cover off. And they always have, you know, when you get fresh brushes, they'll have that kind of like sticky, you know, sealer to keep the bristles nice and straight, but it feels like a nice quality brush. Ooh. All right. So moving on, we got watercolor paints, watercolor brush, and now we have a Faber, I always say that wrong. Faber-Castell. I have like some of their markers and stuff, and I think I still say it wrong. So Faber-Castell Gold Faber sketching pencil. Ooh, 2H. This is a 95 cents retail. And lightly sketch your outlines before painting with this sketching pencil. Wow. So, sounds like a really fancy schmancy pencil. I do like 2H. I like having light lines because I'm really heavy-handed. So, hopefully a harder pencil will be nice for me. And let's see. The Sakura Pigma Micron pen. And I do have some of these Sakura pens already. I have some in black and I also have some in sepia. So I already know these are really, really awesome pens. Ooh. So I was not expecting, let's see if you can see that. I was not expecting this tip. Most of the tips I have are like a fine point. But let me see. I want to test it out over here. Whoa, I like that. Very smooth, nice, easy flow of the ink. I like it. It almost feels like a brush tip. Is it a brush tip? Let me see. Now I got to read more about this. Pigma Micron pen, suited for everyday use. Ooh, it is archival ink, so it's quick drying. So that's nice. So you can use this over if you're doing a watercolor, you can use this to outline some things. Yeah. Nice touch. I think of all the things, I'm really, sorry if I don't sound excited, guys. I got sick over the weekend, so I'm like, eh. But I really like all these things. I think the pen is what I'm really most excited about. Excited yet scared. I don't like pen too much just because it's so permanent and I make a lot of mistakes. So, anyways, but I'm really excited. And this one you get a bonus item, which is the Fabriano Artistico watercolor paper. And I'm guessing that's what this here is. And it is a sheet of 140-pound watercolor paper. It is 100% cotton paper, sturdy, durable, and can withstand heavy layering and erasing. Ooh. Okay, and sorry for that really abrupt transition, guys. It's just, again, I was sick, and this is actually the next day where I'm doing the voiceover because I was just really out of it from being sick and I rambled, so I cut a lot of that stuff out at the end. But anyways, so here we are actually testing out all the things that we got in the box. So first of all, I want to say that the pencil is really, really nice. I mentioned in the unboxing part that I'm really heavy-handed when I draw. So I tend to push down really hard and that'll leave indents in the paper and really dark, thick lines. But with this pencil, I was actually able to get really light, faint lines. If I wanted something darker, I'd have to go over it a couple times. So it did a really good job, and I really like how the pencil works. The paper, you can see that I'm erasing a lot. As I mentioned also in the unboxing, I do erase a lot. I make a lot of mistakes. So the paper does say that it can handle a lot of layering and a lot of erasing. I do find that to be somewhat true. I did layer on a lot of heavy washes, a lot of water, and it did seem to hold up pretty well. But some of the erasing, it did leave a little bit of a texture change on the paper. And towards the end of this, I did end up trying to pick up a lot of the ink. So I would add water on and just try to dab it out. And again, I noticed that the paper started to fall apart. So maybe with a more skilled watercolor artist, it would probably perform a lot better. I'm not the best with watercolor. I do love it and I have a lot of fun with it, but I'm not the best. I know I'm not, and I need to improve. So maybe this little set will actually force me to start practicing my watercolor techniques a lot more. And so we already covered the pencil, covered the paper, and now the ink. The ink here is really pigmented. I did put a little drop of each color into my paint palette and watered it down, but even then it was so pigmented, which is actually really nice because you can get a lot of color with only using a little amount of paint. So you can really stretch your money's worth with this paint, I feel. It is a pricier paint, but you can probably make it last for a good time because it's just so pigmented. And I do notice that with some watercolors, black and blue ink may look kind of grainy or have like a granular texture. And I didn't find that with this ink. You do notice when I put it down, there does seem to be a texture, but once the paper dried up a little bit, most of that texture just disappeared. So I really like this watercolor paint. Maybe if I save up enough money, I might try buying more colors. I don't really have super expensive watercolors. I do have one that my sister gave me for Christmas, I think it was my birthday, and I did an unboxing video of that, and I still haven't used it that much because it's just so nice, and I'm afraid of using it all up. I know, it defeats the purpose of having nice things if you're not going to use it. I'm just that kind of person. What can I say? So, let me just talk a little bit about my inspiration with this drawing. So I was really inspired with the blue and the black watercolor paint. If you've seen Fantasia 2000, I believe there's one scene where it's the spirit of the woods, I think, or spring. I can't remember for sure, but it's a woman that's made entirely of nature, of trees and plants and flowers. And I always found her so beautiful. So that's kind of where I drew my inspiration from, but rather being nature, I decided to go with maybe a night sky since, again, I was using blue and black watercolor. So I was thinking, maybe she's just the guardian of the moon and she's the one that brings the moon out at night. And so she was just entirely made of this, kind of sky texture, night sky texture. And she had a long flowing dress that was the night sky that would just basically, as she flew overhead, her dress would just drape everything in darkness and she'd just hang up the moon. Wow, that sounds a lot cheesier when I say it out loud. Sorry, guys. Again, I have a cold and medicine makes me loopy. What can I say? So that's my inspiration for that. And now let's talk about the pen. So I really do like the pen. It had really nice flow to the ink. The only thing is that I'm more used to a finer line pen and building up thickness, while this pen already had more of a medium line thickness to it. So I feel like I was trying to hold the pen a lot lighter, and I ended up having kind of like a shakiness to it, and I kind of liked it, so I went with it and made it almost look like a texture with the lines. So the little shakies and dots and whatnot, after a while, they started becoming on purpose. So yeah, I just decided to go with it. I feel if I use this pen a lot more, I'll probably get better with trying to do a lot of line variation. As I said, I'm more used to the thinner and building up. So it's one of those things. You just got to practice with all of your supplies and eventually you'll get really good at them. The other thing I did notice is it does say that it's quick drying, and it is quick drying, but as you can see on the top, those little strands of hair, after they dried, I did another wash for the background and they started to bleed. So although it's quick drying, it's probably better to just let the ink dry a lot longer if you're going to put a wash over it, or just use it when you're done with the painting and just do outlines at the end. Well, that is it for my unboxing and my speed painting. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really like the supplies that came in the box. The water paper, as you can see, held up. There was a little bit of buckling, but not that much. It was a nice flat surface at the end still. So yeah, I think I'm going to turn this into a bookmark. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next month for another Artsnacks unboxing. Bye!